Barb show.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Oh, gosh. Where am I? I don't see me. Where am I? Live? No.
Live.
There we are.
There we are.
Oh, dear.
Oh, look at you beauty queen.
Goodness. Yeah. How come on? There you are. There's
Here I
boss.
am. Here I am.
found her.
Oh dear. We don't want to hear that ourselves.
We
That's not good.
Mute us.
Oh, no, you're gonna have to turn that. I can't watch me.
You can't watch. No, I've got to watch me. Okay.
You have to watch. You have to watch you. We're here.
Chin up, Barb. Chin up.
We just sit like this. I don't know what's happening today. You probably don't know what's happening. You get us both on screen, and we're in the shipping office.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's loud and hot over there, and I am tired of sweating. If you put the air conditioner on, it's like right here, right next to us. And I don't know what they're doing out there, but it's loud. And I really wish that they would stop making so much noise when I'm trying to do what I need to do, which is obviously more important. They don't care. So, here we are. My hair is very, very dark compared to yours.
My hair looks very, very light.
Yes, it does. So we're just going to stare at ourselves on camera. Welcome. If this is your first time joining us, this is abnormal for us. Maybe this will become the new normal. I don't know. There is no normal here. We don't do normal. So if you have come here looking for normal, I'm sorry, but you should probably go now. We are not normal. Have we ever been?
No.
No, exactly.
No, not as long as I've known you.
If you, no, us. Don't just put me in the unnormal, abnormal category. Us. She's not normal either.
No.
Marlene's on vacation, and Barb and I are just a little punchy today, so. I am caffeinated, and I am casual, and I'm ready to go. You want to know what I'm doing tonight? I'm glad you asked.
What are you doing tonight?
I'm glad you asked. I'm going to the movies. I haven't been to the movies in forever. Like, I can't remember. Some scary movie with my sister. Oops. Sorry.
Sounds like fun.
My food baby just pushed my pants down. I gotta pull them back up. Listen, high-waisted leggings, if you're over 40, they're a godsend. So this is what we do here. We have no plan for today, like normal. We usually don't have much of a plan. So yeah, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna answer your questions if you have any for us, and we're just gonna chit-chat about my mental health. Just kidding. That's scary. So we're just here to hang out, I think.
Mental health?
Well, my lack of.
Lack of.
the bad state that it's in. So.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. It's always awesome. You're so creative.
I am. Well, I wanted to show you some acrylic today. And I know that probably majority of you are like, we sew. We don't know why you're showing us acrylic. We're not going to do anything with it. And that's fine. I'm just really excited about it. And I thought we would just tell stories again today because that's what we do.
You'll love
right?
It. You'll love it. It's worth it.
It's totally worth it. So if you haven't noticed, a lot of my posts lately, they haven't been about sewing. And so I would like to talk about that. I am making this video for myself for the future so I can look back and remind myself of those moments and how I lived, and I'll be okay. I'm just stressed out right now about dumb things, nothing that you have to be concerned about, and I will share them with you at some point in the future. Everyone is fine. We still have 19 toes between us, so we're totally good. Totally. So yeah, things are just a little chaotic right now, and it's hot, and that's why I'm dressed the way I am, because I didn't want to dress up today. I don't think you guys come here for how I dress. So, why haven't I been sewing lately? And why am I trying super hard not to beat myself up over it? I don't know why. That is what I would like to explain to you. So for those of you that aren't super anxious and high-strung like me, you probably don't understand this. You're not. So, I mean, you understand me, but you probably don't understand how my brain totally works.
I don't think anybody does.
I don't even think anybody wants to. What I have found over the years, and it's funny, as you grow up and you get to know yourself better and figure out your weird tendencies and quirks, and you realize that it's not just, oh, you're strange. You know, like you get kind of tired of people going, well, it's kind of weird. No, it's actually just how I am. It's how my brain is wired. It's just the way that it works. My motherboard is not like yours. It just works a little different. It's just, it's like sizzling right now. But, you know, every time I have tried to force myself to sew, and I've tried, or I've not been in the mood to sew, I beat myself up over it. And I sit here and I'm like, Am I losing my creativity? Do I not like my business anymore? Am I failing in life? Like, is there something wrong? Because if you are like me, and I know some of you are going, oh, I know what she's talking about. Why do I do that to myself? I can't help it. I don't want to, but it's just kind of the way that it is. And I've kind of realized I have to have a conversation with my anxiety and go, hey, hold on a second. You're not losing your creativity. That doesn't go away. That's it. When it's part of you, it doesn't leave. It's like, if you're an athlete, you're always an athlete. You always have those, like, you always want to, do those athletic things. If you're creative, it doesn't go away. It's just, it's on the sideline right now because it's kind of letting me explore other things, and it's just not at the forefront right now. And I find that when I get stressed about other things that have, it can be anything. It can be stress about my husband. It can be stress about my job. It could be stress about anything. Either I gravitate towards sewing in a major way and I can't stop sewing because it's therapeutic, or I stop sewing and I find other things to entertain my time with. And many, many years ago when my grandmother was sick, sewing was the only thing that got me through it. That was my therapy then. Right now, I'm kind of taking a little break from it. And I know that I will go right back to it. I have a pattern. I'm like writing this pattern, but I can't force it. You can't force yourself to do something you aren't fully, wholeheartedly into. You probably, I'm assuming, probably had a quilt or something that you've been working on and you're like, I'm not in love with this. I have to stop.
Yeah.
Because if you force it, part of you is like, if I force it and I just like push myself through it, it'll be great. It'll be done. But then it's not fun. It's like a miserable, horrible experience.
Right. Even with long arming, it happens too.
Yeah. I mean, and I can imagine it probably happened to everybody. There's, it's not that I don't like sewing anymore. I mean, obviously I have a business based around sewing. Like that's not going to stop. But, I've been enjoying my Glowforge, my new laser, and I've been finding other means of creativity. And I've also tapped into something that I haven't done for a long, long time. I was trying to figure out how long it's been. I used to make jewelry. I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, and I don't just mean like as a hobby. It was actually my profession. I worked in a high-end jewelry store. That's where I met my husband. We'll talk about that another day. It's an interesting story, but I used to make jewelry when I was in my 20s. So that was like 57 years ago. And I used to make jewelry, and I went to craft fairs. That was how I got into doing like craft shows and stuff, was with my jewelry. And then I started working in the jewelry industry, and I started doing it for a living. And that's when I stopped making jewelry, when I was done with that. And I thought, literally for probably the last decade, I shouldn't have taken that job because working in jewelry is what killed it for me. Mm-hmm. It's not. And I realized that recently, it's not. It's the person I worked for and the environment I was in. And it was a very toxic environment. And I was told that I would have all this creative freedom and I would be able to do all these awesome things. And it was taken away from me as soon as I said yes to that job. And I realized I don't not like making jewelry anymore. I just didn't like where I was at then. And so now getting back into it, and then you guys, holy bleep, you guys bought, like, my earrings are almost completely sold out. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Like, I just put them up, and a couple people were like, I missed out. They're all sold out. And I'm like, I know, and I don't understand what's happening, but you guys are awesome. So now you're making me buy more acrylic.
They're selling out so fast, I don't even get to see how.
I know.
Before I even get
well,
there.
and like I brought them here to ship them the other day, and you didn't even get to see any of them. And we're shipping more today. And we're almost out. We're almost out, which is crazy to me because I haven't sold things that I've made in a long time. Like the last thing I did was when I used to sell bags, which was 05, 06, I want to say. I haven't sold jewelry since, oh my God, like on my own, not in that environment. I want to say, well, it was definitely before Eric. Eric never even knew I made jewelry. So we're talking over 17 years ago. Yeah, that's Eric. Eric was never part of that. He was part of my job because that's where I met him. It's a really funny story. But anyway, so
you should share it. You keep saying it's so funny. I think you should.
It's really
I don't know if I've ever heard it.
I don't know. I don't
know. Maybe.
Okay, so this is not where I intended today to go, but here it is. So I worked in this very high-end jewelry store, And this very cute boy came in one day around Christmas and bought some gifts for his brother and his mom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Remember, that was in quotations.
Yeah.
That was like 2 days before Christmas. Well, then I didn't see him for a while, and then he came back in on my least favorite day of the year, Valentine's Day. And I hate Valentine's Day for very many, many reasons. And I'm like, ugh, this is so corny. But, oh, the cute boy came back. This is great. I was like, okay, corny, but I'll take it. All right. I was not supposed to be working that day. I switched with somebody else, and I was like, I'll work Valentine's Day. I don't have a life. I'm not dating anyone. And the cute boy came back in to buy an engagement ring. No, it was not for me. So I sold him his first engagement ring. It did not work out. It was a bad idea on his part. And it ended, and he called me up and asked me to go on a date with him, and 17 years later, we're still together, and my ring's bigger than hers. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, that's our story. He also proposed to me in the bathroom, but that's for another day. So
we don't even want to go
you
there.
don't want to go there. No, so yeah, so the experience in general there took away my jewelry creativity. It kind of like dampened it for a while and put it away, but I met the man of my dreams. The love of my life. So, you know, that's how that was. So
we do have a question.
Oh, ask it, because they're like, oh my God, she's crazy.
Well,
interrupt.
Ray is waiting for her.
For these
earrings.
For those
Ray,
right there.
They
They're
will
coming
be going
today.
out later today. But she also would like to know if you're going to do custom options, because she likes some of the styles, but would prefer a different color.
Well, I have not thought that far ahead. So that's a great question. I would say probably for right now, while I'm still trying to like feel out styles and stuff, that for the moment I would say no, but I'm not saying it's not an option. And if there's something that you see, ask me. I've always told you guys that, like, if you see that, like, oh, we're out of, you know, this color cork, email me and ask me. Sometimes we have a piece stashed away. If you see a pair and you're like, I love these earrings, but I don't like pink, do you have an option to do them in yellow? Just ask me, and I'm happy to answer your questions and help you out if I can. So it's definitely not something I have put as much thought into yet. I started making these earrings because it was very soothing to me. I was enjoying getting back into jewelry making. It's funny when you put something away for a while and then you bring it back and you remember all those things you retained and you didn't realize you still had them in your head, you know, using different tools and stuff. I'm like, wow, this is fun. I forgot how enjoyable this is. So I'm just, you know, been sitting there doing that, and I just keep lining up earring after earring, and I keep saying to Eric, I'm going to sell these earrings. He's like, then sell them. I'm like, I'm going to. And he's like, well, then do it. So that's what I finally did this week. It's just tedious taking all those pictures and doing all the listings. But one of the things I wanted to see was what you guys liked. So I could see by what I put out there, what sold out, what waited a while, what isn't selling. So, excuse me, I talk too much and then I burp. I'm very ladylike.
She's very classy.
I'm very classy. Extremely classy. Classiest. So that was also, it was kind of an experiment for me to see what you liked and to see, you know, what was working. And so trust me, there's a lot coming. And I brought some of the acrylic because I just wanted to show you, because I think if you
move on.
Oh, okay. Yes.
They want a close-up of the earrings you have.
Oh, these are like the little cute little, okay.
They're cute.
These are little leftover. These are definitely your size because you like smaller earrings.
Yeah.
So these will be coming too. So these are like little baby, I call them the baby dangles.
They're cute.
Aren't they cute? So they're just very simple little
Take
circles.
one in every color.
I mean, you know, I just think they're super cute. And now I'm seeing myself put them up there because there's a delay. Yeah, definitely. I'm working on some other sizes too, because I know that like you like smaller earrings. Like, look at Barb has like little delicate earrings where I like kind of all over the place. I like big, I like small, you know. But these I think are a good size.
Yeah,
you know,
they
little
are.
tiny ones.
No, I like them.
So what I've been having fun with, and you probably do this with your fabric and your cork, you cut something out and you get that leftover piece and you're like, well, I can't throw it out. I got to hang on to it. So I'm like, well, what can I do with this? So I just keep kind of adding like more cuts and more cuts to the Glowforge. So then when I get it all done, I get like a pile, and then I put them in my pockets, and then I go upstairs and I take all the paper off. I have all process because my Glowforge is in my basement. So, and
people are liking smaller ones.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna work on some little ones and some cute little shapes and stuff.
Baby dangles.
Do you? Do you want to know when you know that you're officially a boring adult? You want to know when it happens?
When?
When you buy a dehumidifier for your basement, and every
You're
day
excited?
you look to see what the percentage is, and you're like, I got it under 50%. It was down to 44 this morning. That is how you know that your life is just really, really dull. And I'm like, oh my God, the dehumidifier got it down to 44%. I give Eric an update every day on where the dehumidifier's at. He is less than excited, but I am very excited about it. We have a very damp basement, so I'm always nervous about the Glowforge being down there. So, you know, that's my life right now. Got a brand new dehumidifier. Yeah, I'm going to go out and rake some leaves later, you know, be a real adult. So...
No.
No, I'm not.
You're hiring somebody to rake leaves.
Yeah, I just paid. I the same way I have my quilting done is the same way my landscaping gets done. Someone else does it. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I brought some pieces of acrylic because I just wanted to show you, because I know that even though you're not going to buy this and use this, you guys appreciate fabric and colors and fun stuff, and I know you're gonna love this.
Stuff is so pretty.
How pretty! Like these are. Look at the octopus.
I know.
Somebody bought, actually both octopus earrings were bought, but like, it's just so addicting because it's so cool. So like when you see one pair that is one color, like the acrylic had more colors on it, and it has, I peeled one off here, it has paper backing on it. So when you take that off, it looks like a totally different thing, and the light shines through it, and it's just really cool. So
she's got her new obsession.
Yes, and I found organizers for it. Cork will always be the love of my life. Sorry, Eric. Well, Roxy, then cork, then Eric, then Eric, then acrylic. Well, maybe acrylic, then Eric. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to rate that. I have a deep love, so you know that's what it is. But I also just ordered way too much acrylic. It's coming in tomorrow. I have a lot coming.
And Eric said you had a ton of it already.
Eric,
he ratted on you.
Eric rats on me for everything. Eric, well, this is what happened the other day. Eric told Barb something that I told him not to tell her because I like to share my own things. I don't like when people share my things for me. And I wanted to tell her and Marlene. Of course, he comes in and runs his big old mouth and tells her. So then when I go home and I'm like, oh, so you told Barb? And he's like, I can't believe she ratted me out. I'm like, she's on Team Jessica. What are you talking about? Like, she's never on Team Eric. It's always going to be Team Jessica. Of course she told me that you told on it. Like, you ratted me out. He's
well, he said go ahead and tell you that he told this.
Oh, and then he says, I can't believe her.
Yeah, he told me. I don't care if you tell her.
He's got issues.
Yeah,
he really does.
But we love him too.
Yeah, I know.
You're an entertaining couple.
Me and you, or me and him?
Well, let me think about that.
Yeah, I really don't have a lot of things planned for today except basically what you've already heard, just us chit-chatting. So if you have questions, it's now or never, otherwise we'll call it a day. Barb's giving me the question finger.
If you see the finger, that's the question finger.
That's what I see that you guys don't see. Yeah. Normally Barb's over there, and so when I'm talking, she's doing this to me, and I'm like, I know, I'm coming. Yes. The question finger. She gives me the finger, but it's a good one.
Mary would like to know how small a piece of acrylic can you use in the Glowforge?
As small as I want. I have actually put in like little pieces like this to recut things. You can put in pretty much any size you want as long as it's bigger than the crumb tray holes. There is what they call a crumb tray, and it comes out, and that's where you empty your crumbs from. Anything that falls out. So like the little tiny holes in these earrings fall into it, so you have to clean it out. Or I use my little handheld vacuum and I suck all the little holes out. It's just very satisfying. The rivet templates are the best thing because you just go and you suck all the little
holes
dots
that come out of the rivet templates.
They all fall in there.
But do you turn those into part of the earrings?
I mean, you could.
Like these dangly things?
You could. I couldn't really. I mean, I was actually thinking
You're not
about
throwing them out, are you?
No, I have a whole bag of them. No, because one time somebody gave me grief about throwing out scraps, and I was like, okay, I'll save them all. I was actually thinking about making little studs, like little teeny tinies. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know.
That was another question.
But, yeah.
Are you ever going to do studs instead of just wires?
Well, I mean, I can do that, too. I have studs, and I have UV resin because I'm very excited. I was like, ooh.
There you go.
Yeah, and I have a little flashlight, and I use my nail thing. because I'm not doing my own nails. So I put them under there, and it's UV resin.
There you go.
It's really cool. Yeah. All of these new things that I have now acquired that you don't have to spend your money on. You can just watch me spend all of my money on.
She loves to do that.
I do, because it's fun. Listen, this is the only thing that keeps me from being a crazy person or a drunk. So it's either drink a lot of wine, where I drink a decent amount, or, you know, buy things to entertain myself. I bought a new pair of pliers the other day, and it was the most exciting thing that happened all week. I was like, my pliers came in. Yay! I have problems.
Well, my big thing is lint rollers. I'm excited to
I
get
did
lint
not
rollers.
see it going that way. Lint rollers. Lint rollers. Do you see? Why don't you all fess up? What is that stupid adult thing that you just bought that you're so excited about? I got a second handheld vacuum because I love the first one so much. Most exciting thing ever, because it's not like, you remember when the Dustbusters, remember you would buy one and it would work for like 2 days and then it would stop sucking? This is like the best little vacuum ever, and I just constantly am like, let me clean things. It's fantastic. Yeah.
I'm right with Pam. I like watching you spend money.
I mean, you know, it's not the worst thing to do, so.
And I have an advantage because I get to use a lot of the stuff.
You do.
I don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. You reap the benefits of my money. Yeah, so that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, so that's how life has been lately. My dogs are liking it because I've been home more, because I've been, you know, cutting things out. So
once you add something, you will have to keep up with it, because they added brownies to their restaurant, and then brownies were there forever.
Exactly. It's the way that it goes, because as soon as you add something on the roster and someone likes it, you got to keep going.
Gloria says we're two of a kind.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Oh boy.
You know, in a lot of ways we are, but in a lot of ways we are very different, and that's why this relationship works, because Barb is very willing to sit and listen to me bitch and moan about everything that is wrong in my world, and then when I'm like, I don't want to talk anymore, she's like, okay, and she just moves on with her life, and she's good. Did you do that?
No. What was that?
Okay.
Something
We have a
fell.
ghost.
I don't know. Maybe it was a bolt of Deckelbaum fell off the.
I have no idea.
hoping.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I'm not
watched
looking.
something ran across the floor this morning
Oh,
in
no,
my
no,
house,
no.
and I was like,
We had
whatever it is, Eric found it. It was a gross bug, but I was like, what
Oh,
was
that's
that? What was that?
We had some mice visiting that I called an exterminator. He came last week and set traps.
Ugh, ugh.
I'm like,
I don't
why
like
are
mice.
mouse in the house at this time of year?
No.
So he's getting
Definitely
rid of
not.
them.
Yeah.
I
So
hate mice.
yeah, I'm not a fan either.
Will you be adding new or more fabric to the website?
Well, I do have some on order. It's just fabric is still
What do you have on order?
more canvas, but fabric is still up in the air where they give you a ship date and it doesn't
Yeah.
ship on that date. I'm pretty sure we were supposed to get a shipment this month.
I was going to say, it seems like
But I think they've now pushed it to August or possibly September. I don't know why. I thought that the COVID repercussions with like some of the fabric and supplies were starting to go away, but that every time I think that, it comes right back to it. We ordered zipper pulls. I'm pretty sure I waited at least 2 times as long as I normally do, if not longer. It was one of those things where I'm like, was it winter when I ordered those? Like, where
was a
are
long
they?
time ago, it
It
seemed like.
took forever, and it's not usually like that. And fabric is still really weird. And I was at Log Cabin yesterday, and they had a sales rep like on her way out as I was coming in, and she had even mentioned some things she had and asked if they wanted to see them, and they said, when is it shipping? And she goes, December and January. Well, that's what they say. You know, it probably won't be. And I'm like, we're still in this.
Yeah.
Some things are just not changing, and I don't know why. So I think for right now, what we have kind of as a group decided is that we're going to continue with the canvas. We're going to continue with the Essex linen. We're going to keep the waterproof canvas, and we're kind of looking at some of the other things. Like, I don't know that we're going to get much in quilters cotton in. It's not selling for us. It was when I used to travel for shows, but it's not moving anymore. Like right now, I'm so sad looking at this shelf of fabric that's not moving. We're trying really hard, but that's precious space right there that we could be using. We've run out of space.
take
We
some of that off your
need
hands.
that shelf. We need that shelf, and we need that shelf with stuff that you guys want, that we
Exactly.
want. You know, and so we're kind of taking a look at some of the other things, but for sure, the canvas and the Essex linen, as far as like regular fabric is concerned, we're just going to keep on ordering that. But they don't come out with canvas all the time. It's not every single line that they do. It's like there will be one, like 3 collections in a row, and then there won't be anything for months on end. So I can only get what I can get, but we will get more.
Next question.
Next question.
Are you getting more metallic gold zippers? Are we?
Are we?
I don't know.
I'm just looking.
Are there any-
Sometimes I don't realize that we're out of things, because I can't count well. I can get more. That's not a problem. I see like one over there. Yeah, I can get more of those. That's not a problem. And I think we need the rainbow metallic too. I'm pretty sure we do.
I think we do. I think there might be one in the bin on the
yeah,
floor.
we will definitely.
Yeah.
I explained this to the ladies at the last virtual retreat, so I will share it with you. I am the one that does all the listings on the website, and sometimes my counting skills are not good. They're not good. But also, I always...
That's a cross between great and good.
They're just not. But also, I always put less, because if we use things for kits, we don't like to run out. I do not like having to tell people that we don't have something they want because it's gone, and I can't ever get it again. So we always list less. So often, we have extras lying around, and also a lot of times things sell out, and if you don't tell me, I have no idea. Like, Barb and Marlene tell me when they see like cork and things like that, but we don't pay as much attention to the zippers until we're looking for something we can't find. So we probably did not realize that the gold, and I saw the rainbow metallic when I was updating the zipper pulls, it said it was out of stock. So I will update those, and I will get some more of those in hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Those don't usually take too long to come in.
Let me see here, this question.
Oh, okay. And wait, let me get some coffee. Okay, go ahead.
Mary would like to know if they can have a tour of the area we're sitting in today.
If you promise not to judge
Exactly.
how sloppy it is in here, yes. Not too much has changed from the last tour. It's still a giant mess, but we do have some extra boxes, I think. But yeah, if I'll give you a tour, and Barb will kind of sit and see if there's any more questions, because the room's not that big, unfortunately.
No.
So
I'm going to stay at the laptop.
You stay at the laptop. So there's
She
Miss
says
Barb.
No judgment zone.
No judgment zone. So there is Miss Barb, and that is the 1/2 inch and 1 inch hardware. And every spot that's open gets zippers. Because we find any spot we don't have one designated area for zippers. That's the unfortunate part. Someday I dream of having them in color order somewhere. Like, wouldn't that be nice?
Order on reels would be awesome.
More piles. See, okay, this is what the zippers look like when they come in. That's what happens to them after we start cutting them. They just don't stay, like, unless you're super careful. Yeah, like, look at this. This is what happens.
Or the silver ones over.
It's just, we'll get there in a minute. So this is all the hardware. So we have the bins, and then like this is packaged and this is unpackaged. So we try to have a bin for like the open stuff and then a bin for things that are bagged. It doesn't always happen because we don't have enough shelf space.
And we run out of time.
And then there's the cork. Then there is the cork that is also literally everywhere. So cork, the original idea when we moved over here was that nothing would be piled on top of each other. Ever. We would never, ever pile things on top of each other. Then we ran out of room. There's all of that stuff. There's cording, more zippers. There's our microwave and the cutest little tiny refrigerator ever. Yes, wax canvas with cork on top of it. More of everything. Yes, that's zippers. I cannot squeeze down there with the camera. It's tight. Those are all zippers that are actually cut and bagged. Those are zippers in garbage bags because we're trashy. Get it? These are the pre-cut pieces. So after we cut something, we throw it on a shelf by size, and prints and solids, kind of. We have kind of a method. Yes, the computer that is slower than dirt. Yeah. There's our interfacing, and that is the box of leftovers, ends, and little things, scraps. There's zippers. I told you, they're everywhere. There's zippers and zippers.
And more zippers.
This is our little shipping station. That's where all that is. And lots of boxes. That's my fabric collection. One of them. That's a closet, but it used to be a shower when this was an apartment. I don't have words for it because that's the bathroom. So I'm not really sure what happened there. That's my personal collection of crap. Fabric. More zippers. Oh, look at, see, I told you. We have some gold. I'll list them and I'll get more. And more cork, more zippers. And more zippers. Zippers and cork need like their own rooms. They need to be separated. That's cork. See, these were the original shelves, these right here, and we had it all organized, and then we just started getting more and more stuff. There's my antlers. My stepfather caught that deer and he painted those antlers for me. It was part of a display at a show. More things. More things.
More stuff.
More. This is the bigger hardware. This is 1.5 inch and like twist locks and icicles. That's all my teaching stuff from my virtual classes. And here is the pit of doom because it's really dark back there and everything just gets shoved in that back corner. Yes, so.
And bolts of fabric.
And bolts of fabric. More bolts of fabric. And Tula Pink that needs to be rehomed. And the waterproof canvas. And there is the explosion of silver zippers. And all of our bags. Oh, and look, what a good boss I am. We have a TV for entertainment. Barb and Marlene have background noise because I need it when I'm working. And I know you guys do too. They have no idea what they're watching half the time.
No.
Or
Watch
what
the same
episode
thing
they're
over
on.
and over.
Yeah. So, yeah. And, oh, wait. Hold on. And just in case you forgot about this, because it's worth mentioning, here's the remote that is never to be shipped off again.
Nope.
So, the remote is taped to a 3-yard piece of
Zipper.
orange zipper, so you can never, ever ship it off again. And this is the shipping office. So this is where Barb and Marlene work. I don't come in here that much unless I'm shipping stuff because I don't have anywhere to sit in here.
Nope.
Really.
We got rid of your chair.
We got rid of
your desk.
My desk used to be over there where
Then she bought more cork.
then I bought more cork and then that was
So
the
we
end of
threw her
that.
out.
So it was either cork or have a desk. So I picked
threw you
cork. So that was it. So
Let's see. Ooh, nice. Ooh, thanks for the tour.
I told you it's a mess.
If you mount the antlers, you can hang zippers from them. Wow.
My stepfather was not very happy about the painting of the antlers, but in all fairness, he did it for me. He just didn't want to.
Oh.
I said, I have a visual that I want to do for Quilt Market, and I have an idea. And I said, what are you doing with these antlers? He's like, nothing. I said, can I have them? And he goes, sure. Like, oh, wow. And I was like, could you paint them turquoise? And he was like, no. I'm like, but I need you to. So he did. And he also painted
where they came from.
He painted this big sign, this frame that I had my logo in, and that was my first Quilt Market. And I had my antlers because I had the Joel Dewberry, one of his collections that had deer on it, had just come out, and I had a bunch of samples and quilts in it, and so it made sense. And it was just a thing. And I remembered I had gone to Quilt Market and everyone had like a theme in their booth, and I was like, my theme is antlers. I don't know why. So I had turquoise antlers. I will take them somewhere and put them up someday.
I understand the story behind them because
Yeah.
we always wondered why
Why does she have a set of antlers? Yeah.
And I was at that Quilt Market, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, so that's why I have a set of antlers. You know, and you get weird attachments to things. And that was like my first ever Quilt Market, and they were, you know,
Yeah.
my stepdad killed the deer, so sorry to the vegetarians. So
Linda wants to know if you're going to sell the heart zipper pulls by themselves or in gold.
I'm glad you reminded me of that because I do need to order some of those. I did. Again, I always have a plan. The plan just always changes. I had a plan that when we got in the other striped zippers and the other colors that we would get more of the fancy pulls, and then I got sidetracked. So, yes, we will get them. I don't know when, but we will get them in. And here's where I'm at right now. I very, very much want to expand some things, get rid of some things, reorganize, reevaluate some things, but I'm at a point right now where this office is making me cringe because this is where all the stuff has to be. Like, this is where we have to keep the supplies because this is where they ship from. So until we make a better plan and I can move things, get rid of I don't know if we can really move anything around in here, but if we could come up with a better plan, then I would be more comfortable expanding. Because honestly, like, I look at this corner, and it's no offense against you guys at all,
mess.
but like, I didn't show you this corner right
No.
here. This
No.
is kind of the throw everything in it corner. So it's like, hey, we got this new thing and it's small. Well, throw it over there. We have to stop putting things anywhere and find homes for things.
Correct.
So I think Barb and I
excited.
we're coming up with a plan.
Yeah.
We're planning, because she's good about that. Marlene's good about moving things around, and like, Marlene likes to organize things. So we're trying to come up with a better plan. I would love to, by the fall of this year, have a better plan in motion where it's actually, it's relaxing in here and it's not like, oh my God, there's stuff everywhere. So in order to do that, we have to eliminate some things. We have to reevaluate some things. And I can tell you for sure, corks aren't going anywhere, and neither are zippers, because we got a lot of those.
Yep.
But we're kind of deciding on other things, what we want and what we think we should keep in stock, like patterns. We keep a lot of patterns in stock, but we don't necessarily need them because everything is a PDF. We only really use them for kits. So why do we have boxes and boxes of patterns? Like, things like that.
Because you used to go to shows.
Because I used to go to shows, and I
That's
used
what-
to do wholesale, and I really
Yeah.
don't anymore. And it's, yeah. So, Shelly, are you moving yet? Shelly's going to come up here and help us with Facebook. Maybe she can help us organize things
never
too.
know.
Shelly, bring Tricia with you.
Yeah. Somebody's got a suggestion for the antlers.
Oh, tell me. Tell
Display
me.
earrings on them.
Oh, that would be so cute. That would be so cute.
You'll probably see it next.
Oh, now I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That would be really cute. Yeah.
And Cindy says she loves paper patterns. We have a few people
We
that
do.
love the paper
We do have
patterns.
people, and I've said this before, I don't write it on my website because it just becomes it just becomes chaos. But I'm telling you, my loyal viewers who are lovely and watch me and actually pay attention to me, if you want a pattern and you're like, I don't really do the PDF thing, or I don't have a printer, or I just don't know how to do that, order it. Just order it like normal and just add a note that says, could you please send me a paper pattern? That's it. That's all you have to do. And if you're placing another order for stuff, let us know that too. And just say, hey, I'm ordering stuff. Could you give me a paper pattern with the stuff? So, we're totally fine with that. That is not a problem at all. So I'm really sorry. I just have to sneak a peek at this text. Okay. All right. So anyway, sorry. I thought it was something else and it was not. So, I don't know. Do we have any other questions? Have we bored you to tears? Because I'm very sorry. You'll
Shelley,
understand
she's-
soon.
She's saying she's a good organizer, but you're not here,
But
Shelley.
you need to move here.
Come on.
Here. Well, you cannot organize from Texas. I'm
No.
telling you. Don't worry. It'll feel just the same because it's like 90 degrees here. So you'll be totally at home.
Till winter.
Until winter. Well, but she's from
She's
like
originally
Nebraska, Wisconsin,
somewhere
one
up
of the very
north,
cold
yeah.
states. So she's totally
Yeah.
fine. Nebraska. That's what I'm going with. That's my final answer. Am I right? Chili, where are you from? She'll tell me in a
She
minute.
hasn't said yet.
She's like, oh, you were close, but not quite.
Leslie wants to know when fabric is coming.
When it gets here.
Yeah, exactly.
We have no control over it, and they keep changing ship dates, so I have no idea. The only thing that I am in control of is things that I personally make. Other than that, everything that I order comes when they feel like sending it to me. It's unfortunate.
Nebraska was correct.
Yes! I'm so excited that I got that right. See, my brain does work sometimes. Just other times it
Occasionally.
doesn't. Here and there. So,
I don't see any more questions.
okay, then I think we might call it a day. We just wanted to come and chat because, I like hanging out with you guys on Friday. And I figure every Friday I can give you a break from reality because sometimes reality is a bummer. So hopefully this is not, because we're obnoxious and we like to laugh and we're well aware of it. So don't worry.
Exactly.
You don't have to tell
Trust
us.
me. I
We
hear
know
it all the time.
we know we talk a lot. It's
Yeah.
fine.
And I know I laugh a
Did I
lot.
get a question finger?
You did.
Oh, okay.
You did. Pat wants to know if you're going to be putting up more fabric on the pop-up page.
That's the thing is we don't have a lot more fabric to get rid of besides what's there, but I'm thinking probably in the next couple of weeks we might have to do a reevaluation of maybe. Here's the thing. Let me tell you what the thing is. A lot of what's over there is my fabric collection, and I am
She won't part with
I am
it.
not willing to part because I designed it and I will never get to do that again. Like, that's a separate thing. So I might be willing to get rid of some of it, but I think over there, there's also other things that have snuck their way in that can go. So I do want to update the pop-up sale page. I have just been overrun with other things and also distracted by jewelry. I'm not going to lie, but there's just been a lot of stuff going on that I'm trying to get organized. And I desperately want to tell you guys what is going on in my life, but I can't right now. So as soon as I can, I will. As soon as I can, you will be the first ones to know. But in the meantime, I will just keep making stupid TikToks and keep showing you acrylic whether you want to see it or not, because it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And I ordered...
Oh, Charlie, no.
Oh, boy, Charlie. What?
Charlie says, let Marlene update the pop-up sale page.
No, Charlie, love you dearly. Not a good idea, because she will literally sell everything that I own. Like everything. And then we will have nothing. Or give it away. That's why Marlene is on restricted duty right now. She is not allowed to do what she wants to do because we can't allow that. Yeah. This office will be empty and you will get everything for like pennies, and I cannot run a business that way. It's not a good idea. Barb and I will come up with a plan and then we will enforce the plan. It will be better that way. Because Barb is my logic. When I'm like, is this a stupid idea? And she'll tell me straight out like, yeah, or no, I think that's a good idea. Like, Eric is logic, but Eric also doesn't fully understand because he's not here, where you're my logic here. Where I'm like, listen, Barb, I was thinking about doing this. And she's like, yeah, you know, or if I do it, I'm like, all right, it's a good idea. It's a really good idea. So, yeah, so that's where we're at. So, yes, we have a lot of things we're working on.
Mary's got a suggestion.
Oh, bring it on, Mary.
Would you ever consider mystery bags of whatever you decide to not sell in the future?
Well, would you ever consider buying mystery bags? Anyone that's not married, because I think she's just answered that question. I mean, I think mystery bags would be fun. Don't you? Because, I mean, here's the thing. Nothing in this office is bad.
No.
It just wasn't a winner for us at that moment.
Exactly.
Or, you know what happens sometimes is, and I do this too, I mean, I'm probably more of a spontaneous spend money that I don't have kind of a person, but you sit there and you look at something online and you're like, I like it, would I use it? I don't know. But then when someone puts it in front of you, you're like, well, now that I own it, I think I need to use it. And I hear that a lot with the cork scrap bags. People are like, I never liked this cork online and now I love it. So I think scrap bags might be kind of fun. Don't you?
I think so.
I think they would be fun because you're getting good product. You're just getting product that served its purpose and maybe is not serving its purpose anymore. It's retired. So I like that idea, Mary. I do. I like that a lot, actually. That would be fun. We'll have to figure out how we want to do it, but like that would be fun.
You know, not just a bag of cork.
Like, like you're going to get a little bit of, little things. We put together the things that we want to, push forward into other people's lives instead of ours and say, here's how we're going to do it. Mary, I like your thinking. I can get on board with that.
Connie,
see, I like listening to you guys.
Connie wants to know how you and I met.
I'm going to I will tell you what I remember, and if you remember differently, let me know. And let me just say this. There are certain people in my life that I remember the minute. I remember exactly where I met them. I remember the conversation. I remember everything. Barb is not one of those people. It's kind of vague. I remember, I knew who she was from the Guild. I know that. I know we had talked. My first memory of you was at a board meeting for the Guild. Barb has been on travel forever. I was on membership, so I was the one that sat at the table and took your name when you came in. So everybody knew who I was because it's easy to remember one person. And I kind of knew who some people were. Barb was always smiling and friendly, so I was like, okay, she seems nice, but I don't really know her that well. And I was sitting at a board meeting by myself. I was one of the first people there, and you and Roberta came in and said, can we sit with you? And I was like, okay. And you started talking to me, and you called me by my name. And I was like, oh, you actually know who I am? And I was like, sometimes people do and sometimes they don't. And I get Jennifer a lot. So I was like, oh, you actually know my name's Jessica. Okay. And from that moment on, I don't remember you not being in my life. Like, you were always one of my friends from that moment on. As weird as it is, though, I don't remember anything before that.
I don't either.
I just kind of
I don't
remember that
either.
board meeting.
Yep.
But yeah, so we met through the guild, and Barb had a job at, well, she still has a job. She has many jobs. She had an insurance full-time job, and not long after that, I began pestering the ever-living crap out of her to come and work for me.
For how many years?
Well, and I was thinking the other day, I don't know how long you've even worked for me. When did you retire?
4 years ago?
So it's been almost, it's because it wasn't the minute you retired, but it was not
Like 2
long
months
after
later.
that.
It was only a couple months.
So Barb's worked for me for
Almost 4
around
years.
4 years, which is crazy. And then Barb brought Marlene in because Marlene used to be a snowbird. She used to go to South Carolina. So we would have her here and there. And then Marlene moved back home permanently, and pretty much Barb was like, "Come on, let's go."
need help.
And that was it, because we just, when you started working for me, Haley was still working
Right.
for me, and Haley was in high school, so we knew
Yeah.
there was an end in sight. She was going to go to college eventually. So as Haley was kind of, phasing out, Barb was coming in. They worked together a little bit, and then she went to college, and then you were here, and then we realized one person's not enough. And that's when we brought Marlene in, and then she kind of got stuck with us. So, yeah. And here's the other thing. I don't remember meeting her. I can't even tell. I just know that I knew her, I'm assuming through you, but I cannot tell you. I don't remember that moment.
Almost one of a kind in a class.
I'm wondering. I
so.
remember her at Quilt Market when she yelled at me. She was mean to Marlene's mean when she's hungry. We've told you that before. No. That was Houston.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. I knew who she was at that moment, but I don't remember having a lot of conversations with her. So it's one of those odd things where, like, my our friend's stepmom, Michelle, she's probably not watching. She'll watch us later. Yes, it was recently that we finally got to touch base in person. We've known each other through the internet for a long time, and, through other people. I can tell you the exact minute and where I was and everything about meeting Michelle, and I feel like I will always remember that, but I don't remember that exact moment with you. It's weird.
Yeah.
Certain ones stick and other ones don't. Yeah. But yeah, we've known each other a very long time, and I remember... You
sat me yet.
No, you sat on the floor at my booth at Quilt Market the fall before you retired, and I was like, "Are you close? Are you close?
Yeah.
Are you retiring?" And you kept saying soon. I was like, "But how soon? I need you." And that next year she retired.
Oh my God.
January, I think. Right? February. Yeah. And so that spring, you came work for me.
Uh-huh. Yes, I did.
I'm not always the easiest person to deal with, but Barb deals with me very, very well. She will tell you, I can be a handful sometimes. I'm better now that I don't travel as much. I'm not as spastic.
Not as bad.
Yeah. No. not as bad. Still not great. I give it like a 5 out of 10.
There are days. We all have our days.
There are days. But I would say most of my bad moods are justified. I don't usually wake up just mad for no reason. I usually have a justification for it. True. And unfortunately, because you have to deal with me, you have to get that part of me, and I try really hard.
Yeah, but know me, it's like...
Yeah, Barb is like everything just rolls off of her. She's not one of those people that will feed into it and also have a fight with you. She's like, if you're mad, be mad. I'm walking away. Like, see you later.
I can't be bothered.
Yeah,
Life's
exactly.
too short for that stuff.
Exactly. And I have taken that cue from you. I try. I really do. I really, really do. But, I live with 3 angry human beings. Those 2 little dogs are angry. Those little dogs are angry. Yeah. They got anger problems, and that big one, he's a pain. So, sometimes they're
We have a new dog that loves to stand on me on all 4s. Literally on all 4s.
And he's not a little lap dog.
Like 65 pounds.
Yeah.
And he looks at me, and he's cute, but geez, come on, dog, get off. Anyways, Charlie's got a wonderful idea. Charlie, you come up with all these crazy ideas.
It better not be another one of those ideas. Go ahead, Charlie. I'm ready.
Partner grab bags with a Facebook group challenge to show projects made with things from the grab bags.
I love that. Now I really need to make grab bags.
There you go.
I love that. See, this is why I talk to you guys.
Exactly.
This is why I like to say things, because then you will come up with that one little thing, and I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
And sometimes it takes me a little time to process it. I remember back 2020, like early on when we were starting to do Facebook, and I was starting the process of virtual classes. I hadn't done them yet, but I was like, I know how to teach. I can do that. I just have to figure this out. And somebody, and I'm pretty sure it was Judy. I'm pretty sure it was Judy Rossett that said this. left a comment on a video and said, so-and-so is an instructor and this is how she does it. And she has an extra camera that shows her work and then one that's facing towards her. And I was like, I don't think I need that. Why would I need that? I was like, I don't think so. And then that thought is in your brain and you're thinking and thinking. I went, oh, that's a really good idea. Because then I can talk to you and then you can also see what I'm doing. I'm like, damn, that's a good idea. But like, I didn't think about that. But you don't realize sometimes when you say something, it turns into something for me because I realize it's a good idea or it's something you want. And I'm like, oh, okay, we should do it. Charlie's one of the ones that was like, why don't you have virtual retreats? And I was like, because nobody would come. And then now we're 2 years into it.
Exactly.
I was like, Charlie, no one's going to come. Okay, let's do it.
Nobody will ever come.
No one will come.
Nobody will come to an in-person retreat.
No. They're nah. Yeah.
How many do I have this year?
57.
7, and they're all full.
Exactly.
A couple of them are with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not this year. I'm out. I couldn't even get into Barb's retreats. That's how low on the list I am when it comes to that. I was like, if you can sneak me in, she's like, no, we're full. Okay. So yeah, you were like, you're not welcome. No. I was like, listen, if you have like a little space left over and you can slide me in, and she's like, it literally sold out in like 10 minutes. You're out. I was like, okay, fine.
My gosh,
it's fine. Take their money. Take their money. I understand. Listen, I get it. It's business. It's business. I understand. Don't worry about my feelings.
Don't worry, I won't.
Don't worry, I wasn't. So yeah.
Did I say that?
No. Yes. So.
Only kidding.
No, you're not. So that's today's show. If you stuck around, thanks. If you've exited, I understand. And if you're going to tell me that you don't like listening to us laugh, I don't care. So, yeah, you know, we were talking about that yesterday. And I was like, I don't do things that intentionally make me angry. Like, you know, I'm not going to sit there and be like, I hate broccoli. I'm going to eat it. Why do you watch if I'm annoying you?
Yeah, exactly.
That's dumb. That's dumb. You're dumb. Like, if you're doing that. I'm sorry. But, like, listen, I think we're funny. So.
Oh, you saw my shirt, Charlie?
Sitka.
Hopefully he'll be in Sitka in a month. You will love it. It's so much fun
where
up
the
there.
proposal was with Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't
you
think
weren't
really
part
was,
of
but
that.
It was there.
Well, yeah.
They said it was there, but I don't actually think it was video or tape.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah.
I'm
But
sure it would
that's
be
where-
expensive. But
it was.
Sitka.
Have a wonderful trip, Charlie.
Yeah, that is like a trip of a lifetime.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. I would love to go to Alaska. I think that would be a really cool
It was
thing.
fun. I could go again.
Yeah. All right. Let's
Where
go.
do you want to go?
I don't know. What are you doing right now?
I don't know. You got a checkbook?
It's over there, but I don't know how far it's going to get us. I got a lot of acrylic on order.
Okay.
You know,
all
that's how it
right.
is. I think that's it. Are we good? Do we have any more questions?
Oh, Helene wants to come to Alaska too.
Let's go. We're going to have the So Many Creations Alaska
you go.
trip. I am not paying for any of it for you guys, and I'm
We
not
should do
planning anything,
So
but we
Many
can go.
Creations quilting cruise.
I've never been on a
bag
cruise before.
It would be awesome. We could do.
I think we need a test cruise to see if I like cruises, and then we'll plan
Oh, you'll
one.
like it because you don't even feel like you're on the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
We had
Barb
to
says
sit
we're doing
down.
it. What else we got going on? That's a long paragraph.
Well, Charlie said they had to reschedule because he had the C word just before the original trip. so-
Chicken? Because you got
so
chicken?
They're not leaving the house until it's time for the cruise.
I understand. Yes. The C word is still a problem.
Yeah.
And I really wish it wasn't.
I think we should do. Would anybody come on a cruise with us
Yes.
to
Well,
Alaska?
I mean, Helene's in. you
Yeah.
know, so we're just asking. It's not a plan. Don't look on the
You never
website.
know.
It's not. It's we're just
Do I
asking.
have free reign?
Well, you want to plan it? I'll go because I'm not planning. I don't plan trips.
You would have to be the name, though.
Am I the name?
You're the name.
I'm the name.
I'm not the name. You're the name.
All right. Well, we'll see.
Something in the back of my mind. You never know.
Exactly. Trust me, that will be in the back of her mind. Definitely. I think we're good. Are we good?
All right. We're good. I think I need to get back to work.
Yeah, I'm glad that you guys learned a ton today.
Uh-huh.
You're welcome. And yeah, I'm gonna go. I almost said end it. I'm not gonna end it. I'm gonna go end the video.
She has to walk around the table in the video.
I'm over.
Usually I do that.
Yes, Barb got the day off today because I made her be on camera. She didn't know that.
No,
this
I
was
had
not
no
planned.
idea.
Well, actually, it was planned on my end. I just forgot to say.
nice.
Barb texted me last night and said, "What are we doing for Facebook?" And I was like, "I'll surprise her."
Yeah.
So actually, I just fell asleep and forgot to answer you. So that's how it goes.
She falls asleep early. I
do.
text at midnight.
Yeah, and I answer her at 5 a.m. when I wake up because my brain doesn't like to sleep in. All right, we're going to end today's video. That's
Yes,
what
we
I meant.
are. It's
So we
been
will see you
fun.
next Friday. It has been
See you
fun.
next
This was
week.
fun.
Yes.
All right, have a good weekend, you guys.
Everybody have a great weekend.
Bye.